start chucking.
Give us your take on the importance of the open week and getting C.J. Miller back and some other things done.
Well, I'll tell you that one of the greatest things, Chuck, about the open week, it give you a chance to go and do self-evaluation, do some self-scouting, and kind of see, what calls are good for you, what calls you kind of stay away from, what areas of improvement that we need based on individual players. And so it was really good to get a chance to go through and look at yourself and study yourself and identify some strengths, some weaknesses, and some major areas to improve on. So that was really good to do that. So it was a ton of self-scouting done. And I think the biggest thing coming out from a self-scout is to make sure as a coach that you're not asking a player to do something that he's not capable of doing, or it's not his forte, it's not his strength. And make sure that you're doing some things where he can benefit from his strength. And then what's the strength of the entire unit? Because what's important is the talent you have in the building and what you're asking them to do. So it was really good to get that. The other thing besides the break was, man, we need to get healthy. And it's really good to get a guy like C.J. Miller back, get Rugg back on task. And so that give us some variety with Miles, Hartsfield. That give us some more quality guys at linebacker with Ruggs coming back and being able to play out the off week. So it was really good and definitely benefited from it.
Wesley, were you guys able to get a jump start on preparing for South Carolina, and just what stands out to you in a concern area about their offense?
Oh yes, sir. We've been looking at them very carefully, for 2 weeks now, and started with them Sunday during the bye week. Did a combination of self-scouting and getting ahead on Carolina. Had a good work day yesterday on the grass, preparing for South Carolina and some of the base and core plays that they'll run. But what's the most impressive about this outfit is the offense coordinator, Brian McClendon, does a good job of mixing up the personnel. In one game, you'll see a handful of 11 personnel. He'll come back another game, he'll give you a dose of 12 personnel. And then he's going to have a core run of the day. It may be a gap scheme, maybe a zone scheme. But what's really impressive is the variety. The multiple looks, the shifts and formations they're going to give you. They came off a bye week, and against Tennessee, you saw a lot more shifts and a lot more motion, and they started again with 12 personnel. But the quarterback is the one that makes them go. You watch Bentley, he's very competitive, he's really smart. You can tell he does a tremendous job of looking at coverages, and he'll go to his menu based on 1 high safety, 2 high safety. And the kid plays a lot of energy. I think his presence on the field sparks the other guys around him. And he does a good job of throwing the vertical ball to give his guys a chance at the top of the route to come down with the 50-50 ball. So we'll have our hands full. We got to do a good job of having good eye discipline, good job of being at home, and we got to do a good job of keeping the top on the coverage, because they'll run the ball, and they're going to take their shots. And I think what's really going to be important that we minimize, if not eliminate, the defensive pass interferences, because they'll throw the ball down the field and they want good things to happen for offense. So we can't be busy at the top of the route with our hands. We have to turn to the receiver at the top of the route and take the ball away. So we've studied them carefully. We'll put our guys in a good position to go out and execute, because that's what their offense is doing. They're doing a good job of executing. And so we're looking forward to competing against Carolina this weekend.
Hey, Wesley, in the self-scout, did you guys identify any tendencies of your own that maybe you think you're doing too much that you might try to give them a different look?
Well, the other thing about doing too much, we've been eliminated that. We're not, our menu is small, and we realize with the injury report, shifting personnel, perhaps we can't afford to do a whole lot. You take the 2 guys that came up from offense, and they're doing a good job, and it wouldn't be smart of us to have an abundant amount of defense. But some of the things we did, noticed during the self-scout is, some calls are better for us than not, and we know now, pay attention to this particular player. We made this particular call, and we know the red zone is good for us. So we see a couple things scheme-wise that we're probably going to stay away from. Some things that we'll definitely run more, and some players will coach up a little hard in that particular situation. So it was really good. What was the second part of your question?
Oh, that was it. If you identified anything that you felt like you were running too much and might have wanted to back off of, just to give the South Carolina a different look.
Well, another thing that on the tail end of that question, there's some things that we probably haven't run enough of. and, you know, it's amazing you look at third down, you know, you want to pressure on third down, but for us, we looked at that was kind of 50-50. You know, we do a good job of covering, that we don't have to pressure a ton on third down, so that's one thing that showed up in particular.